I did a private lesson with one of my students, Ryan, and I want to give 3 quick tips on 3 submissions: the Americana, triangle, and armbar. And that's followed by some footage of us rolling, and it gives a good example of how to roll like a good partner and not be a complete spaz or D-I-C-K, a penis. Don't mind the bounce house in the back. Our kids were playing, and hopefully you guys learned something new. And farewell to Ryan and RJ and Felisa and Roan. You guys will be missed. The basic Americana, a way we like to make it tighter is to bring the thumb as close as possible to the ear. So before you start cranking, try and bring their thumb close in, and then try and bring the elbow down towards their ribs. And then it's like a chicken wing action. It's a lot tighter. The S-mount armbar, you want your hips to be perpendicular to your opponent's spine, knee right by their ear, heel right by their ear, and then the rest should come easy. So again, when you're going for that S-mount armbar, get those knees way up in their armpits, turn your hips so that it's perpendicular to the person you're sitting on. Your heel should be right by their ear, your knee right by their ear, and look at Ryan's left foot. You should be able to drive into their head with the ball of your foot. And then be sure to keep your foot flat on the ground right over their face so you can bridge up and keep their posture down. The triangle choke, there's a lot of ways to set it up and finish, but some key points I like to make to my students is, number 1, don't go for the finish unless your toes are flared up. So Ryan's left toes are flared up past his knee. That way your ankle is not compromised when you try and finish. So again, you get to the triangle choke. Again, make sure your toes are flared up past your knee. You don't want your ankle compromised. Right? Hip out as necessary, as Ryan does here. And then when you finish, squeeze your knees in and get 2 hands on that head. So now we're rolling here. Ryan is fairly new to jiu-jitsu, so I just want to show how to be a good partner when you roll, and the skill levels are different. I pull guard here, and Ryan has good top pressure, and I have a Kimura in his right arm. It's hard to see, but every time you guys are on top, your elbow should be glued to your ribs. That way no one can reach over for underhooks, overhooks, and now he has to fight out of this Kimura. Again, I'm not being a D-I-C-K, so I'm not yanking it, but rather I just wanted to create space to get my half guard in. So now I have a lockdown on Ryan, and I snake my left arm through. And anytime anyone's on the bottom and has an underhook on you, you need to address that first. You can do an overhook like he's doing right there and smash down, or more effective, to pummel back inside. But if someone has an underhook on you, it's just a matter of time until you get swept. I think he's kind of working on a guillotine on this left arm, but it's going to be too late. My head's too low. I have that underhook. Now I'm just going to scoop my hips out and sweep them. So I'm inching along. I'm waiting for him to either cross face me or pummel back inside, but he doesn't, so I just complete the sweep. Ryan does get his guard back nicely here, and then I'm just kind of waiting to see what he does. I'll let him get an underhook, I'll let him try and get a triangle, but again, when you're rolling with people that are less experienced than you, don't just smash them when you're trying to teach them. Give them a little bit of breathing room and kind of help them along and let them make their own decisions. So here, Ryan kind of gets flattened out. He should be framing up at my face with his left hand. That one's kind of useless. He should be creating space, trying to get his frames back in as I work from this north-south position. We reset. Again, be a good partner. Look out for your surroundings if you're going to bump into other people. And reset. So here he does a good job of throwing his leg up, but you can't see my left arm. I pull my left arm out. So now I'm in this double under position and just slowly working for the pass. Again, you always want to have frames, and then Ryan should be a little bit more active with his arms, not letting me isolate his limbs. He should be getting his elbows tight, which he does a better job of now. And right here, he's holding onto my head. He should be trying, oh, he got a cramp. He got a cramp, he needs to eat more bananas. So we reset. I let him take top position. And again, be a good partner, let them work, let them drill, but make it kind of tough on them. So he does a good job of stepping over the face first. And now he's in this spiderweb position, still dealing with his cramping legs. And now I'm just trying to see how he's going to break my grip. Again, I'm not trying to escape super fast. And right here, be a good partner. If you get tapped, you get tapped. You know, you can't say, oh, you only tapped me because I gave you top position. Get rid of your ego and be a good partner. So I cleared his leg off, and now I'm going to go belly down, and now I'm on top. All right, so you guys always want to keep heavy pressure on the face so they can't do that. So right here, he's framing a little better. I would prefer that he drive his elbow into my hip and create space rather than pushing up my arms. And the round comes to an end. Good job, Ryan.